Good morning, students. This is 8th Standard English, Unit 4 Prose. The name of the lesson is My Reminiscence. It was written by Rabindranath Tagore. Let's see the warm up activity. The question number 1, read the quote and observe the picture. So, there is a picture above the question. See that picture and read the quote. Beauty lies in the beholder's eyes. So beauty, we know the meaning, and also the beholder. Beholder means a person who observes. For example, observer is a beholder, or else a person who perceives. A perceiver is called also a beholder. So, according to a person's knowledge, he can see such a beauty in a place or in a person, in an idea. So, beauty lies in the beholder's eyes. A person who just perceiving a lot of things from something, he has the ability to understand everything. If he has the ability to understand everything means he's such a potential person. In case he has nothing to analyze means he was not a potential person. Second question, complete this graphic organizer they have given below. Question number 3, remember to use suitable adjectives. So by using this picture they have to give a work to complete this graphic organizer. First one, they have given elegant waterfall. They told us to remember to use suitable adjectives. They asked us to use a suitable adjectives. For example, we can see a tall trees. So trees are tall. We can use adjective is a tall. Tall trees. Second, water. We can use it was a pure water. Pure water. Third one, calm atmosphere. The atmosphere was very calm. It was not violent like that. So, calm atmosphere. Fourth one, shady place. The place looks like a shad. So, it's a shady place. So, adjectives are tall, pure, calm, shady. And the first one they have already given elegant. Now, let's see the second picture. So here they have given author introduction. Rabindranath Tagore was born in 1861 and died in 1941. Nobel Prize winning Bengali poet. Poet refers a person who writes poems. Author, it refers a person who writes books or short stories. Songwriter, it refers a composer of words for a lyrics. Philosopher, specialist in philosophy. Next, artist, a person who makes paintings or drawings. And also educator, a person who teaches. So, all things, he was a poet, author, songwriter, philosopher, artist and educator who wrote Gitanjali. Gitanjali, it is a work, it was written by him, and also Gitanjali was published in 1912. Next, My Reminiscences. This is also the one of the works which has been published by Rabindranath Tagore. My Reminiscences consists totally 8 parts and 44 reminiscences. Reminiscences means the process of remembering, his past days, his past incidents, like that, his past life. So here, totally he has written 44 reminiscences. Today, our lesson is 32nd reminiscences we are going to discuss today. So my reminiscences were written and published in his 50th year. In his 50th year, it was published shortly before he started on a trip to Europe and America for his failing health in 1912. So these works had been written before he went for a treatment to care his health in Europe and America. Before he started trip, he had written these things. Now see that when I returned home from the outset of my second voyage to England, my brother Jodi Indra and sister-in-law were living in a riverside villa at Chandanagur, and there I went to stay with them. Now, Rabindranath Tagore was explaining from his point of view because it is his reminiscence, it is his process of remembering events. So he told that I returned, I refers Tagore. When Tagore returned home from the outset of his second voyage to England, after returning India, from England. He just went to his brother's house. His brother name is Jyotirindra and sister-in-law. They were living in a riverside villa at Chandarnagar. The Chandranagar they were living. So this person Tahur went to their place and stayed with them. Okay. The Ganges again, it's a river. In Tamil, it's called a Ganga. The Ganges again those ineffable days and nights, languid with joy, sad with longing, attuned to the plaintive babbling, the river along the cool shadow of its wooded banks. So he's saying again, I'm just spending my time with this river. It was those ineffable days. Ineffable days means very wonderful days, beautiful days, great days. There is nothing when comparing these things. And days and nights languid. Languid means just there is no spirit of lively. It means moving slowly with joy. The time is going very slowly with happiness. Sad with longing. I mean that attuned to the plaintive babbling of the river along the cool shade of its wooded banks. So the river is going very slowly, the river is moving very slowly, just making tunes by its banks, the river banks. This Bengal sky full of light, this Bengal sky full of light, the sky is full of light. This south breeze means air. The air is very calm. The south breeze, this flow of the river means the river flows where it falls. This right royal laziness, though it seems like a laziness, but it looks a royal. It's a right royal, the perfect royal look the place have. This broad leisure stretching from horizon to horizon and from green earth to blue sky. So let's see this place. It was full of beautiful. It was covered by a wooded and also the river. They are saying this broad leisure stretching from horizon to horizon. Horizon means it is a place of. So here they explained clearly this broad leisure. Leisure refers time available for ease and relaxation. The time is this time is for him for a relaxation purpose. So he's saying this broad leisure, this relaxation time stretching, just making a long time from horizon to horizon. Horizon means the line at which the sky and the earth appear to meet. That is called a horizon. So from this horizon to that horizon, and also that from green earth to the blue sky. So all sides, all these were to me as food and drink to the hungry and thirsty. Just these fills his hungry. At the same time, these quenched his thirstiness, and also these filled his eyes hungry. So it was very enjoyable moments he spent his time here. Here it felt indeed like home, and in these I recognized the ministrations of a mother. So here he felt like how a mother who cared his son, his children, in the same way he felt this nature helped him. This nature conveyed complete care for him by its views. Tahur came already to this place that was not so very long ago. He came already this place. It was not long before a time. Recently he had come to this place, and yet time has wrought many changes. Though it was not long, but the time has wrought. Wrought means caused, made a reason. The time has brought many changes to this place. Our little riverside nests, clustering under their surrounding greenery, have been replaced by mills which now, dragon like, everywhere rear their hissing heads. So now he was worrying about that. So some changes had been happened in these places. You can see in this picture there is a dragon. Like a dragon, there are so many mills arise in between of these greenery places. So dragon like everywhere rear their hissing heads. Like how a dragon showing its heads rear sides, in the same way now all the mills showing their heads in that location. So not only hissing heads, belching forth black smoke, not only they are in that location, and also they are belching forth black smoke. I mean, they are exposing a smoke from their factory, from the places. In the midday glare of modern life, even our hours of mental siesta have been narrowed down to the lowest limit. And also in the midday means the middle of the day, afternoon time, a glare of modern life. It was a modern life for the places now. Even for houses of mental siesta, siesta means a nap. Nap means just getting a short sleep in the afternoon time. Okay, so before the time they were taking a siesta for a long time. Now it was reduced. The short sleep was reduced because of that sounds from the places it was made. And hydra headed unrest have invaded every department of life. So in their every department of life, hydra headed means just showing having many aspects or many facets. I mean, having a lot of headed. So a lot of problems were arised in the places. Maybe this for the better, maybe the factories for the better, but I for one cannot account it wholly to the good. I cannot say completely these mills had arisen in the places was good thing. It was not only good things, there is a lot of problems also because of that modern life. Modern life refers the mills, factories created in that places. Now, Tauer explains that those lovely days of mine at the riverside passed by like so many dedicated lotus blossoms floating down the sacred stream. Stream refers a natural body of running water. Just a natural body of running water. The was that it was called a stream. So those lovely days. I mean, these lovely days. He spent these days is called a lovely days. It refers that he spent very joyfully near the riverside. He spent the day. It was like how a lotus blossoms floating down, how it floats in a water at the time of blossoming. In the same way, he spent, Tahu spent in the house like a lotus blossoms in a floating. In the same way, he spent in the house. Some rainy afternoons I spent in a veritable frenzy. So some days, in some afternoons, it was rainy and also frenzy. Frenzy means violent mental agitation. Like that, it was a frenzy day. Singing away old Vaishnava songs to my own tunes. So he spent his time by singing old Vaishnava songs by his own tunes. He created some tunes and also he sang some songs accompanying myself on a harmonium. He had a harmonium, it was a music instrumental. By using that harmonium, he spent just he producing a tunes and also he spent his time very joyfully. On other afternoons, in some afternoons, we would drift along in a boat. I mean, we in this case refers with his brother. Tahur with his brother, he spent his time with his brother by just drift, moving slowly in a boat. My brother Jyotirindra accompanying my singing with his violin. He sang the song, I mean, Tahur sang the song. His brother, he just played, he composed his violin. And as beginning with the Puravi, I mean, Puravi, it's an songs, Puravi songs and also that music, Puravi music. We went on varying the mode of our music with the declining day we saw on reaching the Beheha. So, from starting with that Puravi, they have concluded with the Beheha songs in just sailing in a boat. The western sky closed the doors of its factory of golden toys, and the moon on the east rise over the fringe of trees. They're referring here just till the sunset. They spend their time. At the same time, it's not only sunset. In the side of east, moon start to arise. So still they spend their time with joyfully by singing and also composing the musics with themselves. Next, then we would row back to the landing steps of the villa. Let's see the meaning for the villa. Semi-detached house located outskirts. Okay, it's a house located outskirts. It was semi-detached. They would draw back to the landing steps of the villa and seat ourselves on a quilt. Quilt refers means quilt just it was a bedding clothes. They sat on that quilt and also on the terrace facing the river. The terrace was towards the river. They spent their time after evening. By then, a silvery peace rested on both land and water. In that time, there was no violence, there is no sound because it was a silvery peace, very beautiful peace time. Uh, Both water and also there is a riverside and also the woods also there was a no sound. In the same way, in that land also there was a no sound. Hardly any boats were about. There is no boat moving in the time. And also the fringe of trees on the bank was reduced to a deep shadow. And the time of a fringe, the fringe refers the outside boundary. The outside boundary also there was a no sounds. I mean, there was only peace in the time, and also there was reduced to a deep shadow, and the moonlight glimmered over the smooth flowing stream, and also that moonlight shows blinks on that stream. The villa we were living in was known as Moran's Garden. The villa's name was Moran's Garden. They spent their time. A flight of stone flagged steps led up from the water to a long, broad veranda which formed part of the house. There was a flight, I mean, flight of stone flagged. Flight, it refers that two places. For example, a stairway between one floor to other. I mean, it was just flight refers. It was a joining place of one place to other. So they are saying that one a flight of stone flagged steps led up from the water. From the water there was a flight and also broad veranda. There was a in their house in that villa there was a broad veranda which formed part of the house. And also this is only part of the house. It was not a complete house. The rooms were not regularly arranged. Their rooms were not regularly means it was not like a same. They were different rooms there are nor are on the same level. I mean, a part of a house, it was a every places, every rooms are in a different way, in a different levels. So regularly not, it was not regularly arranged and also not on the same level. And some had to be reached by short flights of stairs. Short flights of stairs means in a short steps only they had to reach some places, but some places they need to reach, it was a long flight of stairs. For the some places they had to go means it was only a short flights, I mean a short stairs only. For some places they need to go for a long stairs. So big sitting room overlooking the landing steps had stained glass windows with colored pictures. So here they're saying that a window made of colored some way there in that house, there is a window, it was made of colored some way of like search windows. You can see some in searches in churches you can see some windows, there was a colored some way of pictures. In the same ways in the house also there was a colored window. Now, our author Tagore sitting in that place, just he was looking in the pictures. One of the pictures was swing hanging from a branch half hidden in dense foliage, and in the checkered light and shadow of this bower, two persons were swinging. So in that picture, I mean one of the pictures, there are a lot of pictures. In the one pictures, there was a swing hanging from branch half hidden in a dense foliage. So dense refers it was a heavy like that. I mean the picture it was very difficult to understand. Foliage, foliage means it like a leaf of a plant. The picture was very difficult to understand. It took some time to understand about the picture. And also it was a checkered light shadow of this bower. Bower means a framework. It was a framework. It was done very well. Next they were swinging, the two persons were swinging in that I mean you can see the picture here in the same way. There was in this picture there is a swinging. In the same wise there was a two persons were swinging. In this picture they have shown a swing. In the same way they were swinging, the two persons were swinging, and there was another of a broad flight of steps leading into some castle like a palace. There was in that picture also there was a flight means already I told that flight refers a stairway. In the stairway it is connecting to the castle, some castle like palace. Okay, it was a place looked like a palace. It was also that flight also connecting that castle also up and down, which men and women in festive garb. Garb refers clothes. Festive garb means they were wearing a garb, a clothes, festival clothes they were wearing. Just their men and women, some men and women they were going and coming. They just going and also coming outside from the picture. It was look like that. When the light fell on the windows, in the windows, when the light fell, these pictures shone wonderfully. These pictures shines wonderfully, seeming to fill the riverside atmosphere with holiday music. The how the riverside atmosphere with the holiday music, just I'm spending his time, he spent his time with joyfully with his holiday music. In the same way, this picture also, when the light on the picture, it shows very wonderfully. Some faraway long forgotten revelry seemed to be expressing itself in silence words of light. Some far away, so some places from the far away, it revelry means a merrymaking. Just they are making a great merrymaking means just making a very happy days. So long forgotten revelry seemed to be expressing itself in silent words of light. I mean, a person who was very happy, just he want to express his words. In the same way, these light expressing the beautifulness in the picture. The love thrills of the swinging couple making alive with their eternal story, the woodlands of the riverbank. Okay, so the people who are spending their time in the couple in the picture, they are spending their time. That shows that swinging couple making alive with their eternal story. So swinging couple making alive means, these pictures look like the people are still alive. The people are still alive. The just they are swinging like a live. In the current time also they are living. It shows like that. And also eternal story, the woodlands of the riverbank. So in that woodland, the people are still living like that. The picture shows everything. Now the author says that the topmost room of the house was in a round tower with the windows opening to every side. You can see this picture. The picture is the same. The author who has spent his time there. So this I used as my room for writing poetry. The round tower with windows opening to every side window opening, and also it was a round tower. So this room I used, Tahur used as my room. Tahur used as his room for writing poetry. At the time he's writing poetry, he just used this room. Nothing could be seen from then save the tops of surrounding trees. He cannot see anything. The surrounding trees, top surrounding trees. He can see only the tops of the trees, and also he cannot see anything else. And the open sky. He can see sometime the open sky. I was then busy with evening songs, and of this room I wrote. After his written works, he started to sing his evening songs with a joyful manner. He was very, very happy. So finally he said that where in the breast of limitless space clouds are laid to sleep, I have built my house for thee, O poesy. So in these lines, he finally exposes that our author, the Tahur, has built a house. I mean, he has built a house for his poesy. For thee means, I have built my house for thee. Thee refers to you. That you refers, O poesy. Poesy means poetry. Finally, he said that I have built. I mean, Tahur has built a house for poetry. Okay, poetry, I have built for your house. I mean, in which place he is explaining that where in the breast of limitless space clouds are laid to sleep. Okay, so in the limitless space, okay, in the limitless space, in the breast, in the center of that limitless space, clouds are usually laid to sleep. I mean, clouds are usually in this place, the clouds are sleeping. I mean, the place is the center of limitless space. The limitless space, he has built a house for the poetry. So the poem, I mean, this prose ends with these lines. Okay, finally the Tahur completed his poem with that he has built a castle, a house for the poet. That's it, students.